So what are you looking for? Seems like an odd question, but it's probably one of the most fundamental questions we need to be asking in our lives. And certainly it is one of the most fundamental questions we should ask in our spiritual life, which ought to be the main quest that we have within our hearts. I think probably for most of us in the world in which we live, it's not. Or even if it is in our mind, something really important that I have to pay attention to, all the other concerns of the world around us, our work, our home, our family, our school, our job, all those things take over. And it's not that we're malicious, or it's not that we intend to ignore the other part. It's just that we're swamped. Which makes the question even more important. What am I looking for? Because that's where I'll put my time and my energy and my whole person. If it's something really worthwhile, I will pursue it. If I am convinced in my heart that this is the most important thing for me, then I will have to make that extra effort, that extra push inside of myself to go beyond the world in which I am consumed and make choices. It's all about the call of the disciple. Every year our church, after we celebrate Advent and Christmas, every year after celebrating Advent and Christmas, we return to ordinary time, and we always start with a call of the disciples. They are some of the most beautiful stories in the Scriptures. We're going to have it again next week, have another example of it. This one from John's Gospel today is one of my favorites. They don't have much to go on. Not really. Nothing except the fact that they were disciples. They were disciples of John the Baptist. And they trusted his word to them. One day as they're going along, great preachers like that, like John and others, always attracted disciples to follow them. And John is walking along and he sees Jesus. It's probably what I love most about John the Baptist. He isn't stuck on himself. He points. This one over here, behold the Lamb of God. That's the one you want to be with, not me. And they take off and go. One of them's name is Andrew. The other one doesn't have a name. That space is for you and for me. We can sneak into that person, see, and go with Andrew. And they follow along at a distance. Don't you love that? I'm not quite sure I want to go like this. Not quite sure I want to. Let's just kind of tag along and see what it's about. And of course they get spotted, as they would. And when he turns around, he says to them, "What are you looking for?" What are you looking for? They don't know either. All they know is there's some attraction going on here. There's something drawing them deeper. There's something asking them to take new steps in their life. maybe a different step, maybe a step that will change everything, maybe only change a little, but it's like, my goodness, it's an unknown. So the best they can do is ask another question. Where are you staying? I think we can read that. I don't know where this is going. I don't know what you're really about. John kind of pushed me in this direction and got me to follow you. Can I come and stay with you for a while? Can I come and live with you? Can you and I get to know each other better so that I'll better know what you're about, and maybe the whole thing will unfold for me then? That's the best they can do. Oh, but was it enough? They stayed with him until about 4 in the afternoon. Must have been time for supper or something. I don't know. It doesn't tell us. In that short period of time, Andrew is so caught up in what he's experienced already in that short period of time of a few hours with Jesus that he runs back to his brother Peter and says, I found him. Simon, I found him. I found the Messiah. This is the guy we've been waiting for. This is the one. And he actually is so excited he takes him to Jesus. Takes his brother to the Lord. And Jesus, as he often does, sees way beyond the surface of the person, doesn't he? Jesus sees real deep into the heart. And he says, Simon, your name will now be Cephas, which means rock, which is translated in Greek, Petros, Peter. You'll now be known as Peter, the rock. It's a call. Samuel, Samuel. It's a call. What does it require of us? Well, we have been called. We're not still waiting for the first call that we all have. Everybody in the room has the same first call. It's to be a disciple of Jesus Christ. That's what we're called to be. And that's what the clutter of the world obscures from us. We don't listen. We don't hear it because we've got all these other voices coming in on us like crazy. Or we just sit back and assume, well, I guess since I've always done this, I guess I'm a disciple, I guess I'll follow. But we don't make a real choice about it. What are you looking for? What do you want? We all want the same thing. If we get rid of all the stuff on the surface, what we're all looking for is a measure of happiness. That's what we want deep down. We want to be loved. We want to love. We actually do want to live like he told us to live, except we don't make it a priority. That's what we're looking for. Every saint who has written about their personal relationship with God has told us this. At the heart of their prayer, when they went deepest into their prayer, they found God not out there, but deep within themselves. It was God they'd been looking for all along. That was the end of their pursuit of prayer, was to find God at the very center of themselves. That he lived and loved there, that he wanted to be there, that he desired them, that he wanted their soul, that he wanted them to come home to him someday, that he was the whole reason for their existence. They found that. What an awesome thing. It's what we all want too. Just not an easy road to get there. There's lots of things in the way of it. Especially myself. Biggest thing probably in the way of it. You must answer the question in your personal relationship with God. What are you looking for? You will hear Jesus say just what he said to them. Come and see. Come and spend time with me. Come and get to know me better. Come and work on this. I'll show you. I'll lay the whole thing out for you. I'll tell you every change you need to make. I'll inform you, transform you, reform you. I'll do what you want to make you into my disciple. I will help you do that. Come and see. Some of us, he even calls in deeper ways, because I think the second call we have after that initial call to discipleship is the call to marriage, or to the single life, or to the religious life. He gets that specific about what he wants for us. All a part of that big dream of what will make me happy in life. All of what he's asking me to do to lose myself and find him. It's got a plan like that too for everybody. And again, we run, don't listen sometimes, don't listen to what he's asking of us, don't want to hear it. I spent probably 4 or 5 years of my life running from the idea of being a priest because I thought, I got a better idea. He's like the hound of heaven. He catches you after a while if you listen. We all do things like that, don't we? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Well, how about spending some time with him? Come and see.